So it's pretty ironic that last week's video was about never having any bad days, and here I am in La Jolla, California. I came out here, it's gorgeous, and I came out here for a mastermind with some of the smartest people in the industry. Gonna be a couple great days. And at the same time, it's snowing like crazy in Durango. And so my local ski mountain in the last 36 hours has gotten 31 inches of snow. In the last 24 hours has gotten 24 inches of snow. And all my friends and my kids are out skiing and having an amazing time. And I actually had to leave Durango. I left Durango a couple days early because I saw this storm was coming in and I thought I wasn't going to be able to get out here to California for the mastermind. And so yesterday I spent the day walking around La Jolla, seeing stuff like this. It was raining, it wasn't quite as nice, a little more dreary, and I was grumpy. I was grumpy because of the amazing snow, the amazing skiing conditions that I was missing out. Like literally, this is a once in a decade kind of storm we were having. And so yeah, last week I put out this video about not having bad days because of being able to reframe stuff. And here I am sitting in this incredible place in La Jolla, California, where I'm here to meet with amazing people, and I was all grumpy about not being home skiing. So yeah, it's funny what you put out there will come back to you in all kinds of crazy ways. Right now, but you know, I was able to reframe it because basically just getting out here and being by this with these waves crashing and the salt and the sea in the air and being able to smell it. And you know, it's an amazing reset. And so this isn't really the kind of nature and the kind of, I mean, there's people walking around, there's big buildings all around, but still being out here in nature is a huge reset for me. And so that's just what I wanted to talk about. Like, much of the work I do, my inner game work, in getting my brain straight so that I can get out in the world and create, so that I can show up at a mastermind and be creative and be stoked and be happy to be here. Much of that comes from getting out in nature. And it doesn't have to be out in the mountains, it doesn't have to be skiing. There's nature we found there's nature we found in many cities. There's nature to be found just in taking care of some plants. I don't know what it is that creates that reset for me, but I think it works for most humans. You know, last week I was out on a ski. I was out cross-country skiing in the woods near my home. And being out there and then coming back and just being amazed how a lot of people don't have that connection. They don't find a way to connect with nature. I don't know what it is, but you know, the reality is we're here in business. To get paid in business, especially as an entrepreneur, you have to create. And to create, your mental game has to be at a high level, hopefully at a peak most times when you sit down to create, because otherwise it's really hard to create from an empty, depleted state. And for me, getting out in nature in whatever form, whether it's the desert, the mountains, the sea, a city park, it doesn't matter, but that can be a tremendous reset. So many of these videos I end up talking about the mental game, because you can't create a business, you can't create out in the world if you don't have your mental game turned on. And I think one of the easiest ways to get that reset is to just get out in the wilds, or get out in the woods, or get out in nature and connect with that nature. So I know you might have tuned in for marketing, and here I am showing you some oceans, showing you an ocean, showing you some waves, and talking about getting out in the woods. But I think it's an amazing tool to get to a peak state that a lot of people are consistently missing. So I'm Jeff Walker, wherever you're watching this, scroll down and leave a comment for me, and let's go get on this week.